Alright, so this is gonna be my quick review of High School Musical, the series. Season 4. So let me start off things by saying that I wasn't on board with the hype of this show right from the get-go. Actually, this year ko lang siya talagang pinanood from start to finish, and I decided to watch Season 4 as it dropped all of its 8 episodes just recently. One of the reasons I didn't really want to be invested in this because I was very much invested in the original franchise of High School Musical. But watching this particular season, I would actually say that I'm surprised with how it all turned out. So the first thing I have to comment on is it doesn't feel 100% High School Musical. It does feel like the show in totality feels High School Musical meets Glee, like a mashup of the two. Yes, it has elements of High School Musical to it. I actually love this season particularly because they went back to High School Musical as their big play or production, and the story of High School Musical 3, which was actually one of my favorite shows in the movie franchise, felt like a nice stepping board for the other things happening in this show as well. Like the characters here, such as Ricky, Gina, they go through similar things that sila Troy and Gabriella went through, and sila Sharpay. There is that deeper meta discussion regarding having a film by Disney in a Disney series on Disney Plus. So that's pretty cool. Now the Glee aspect here I felt was like, I feel like it was seen throughout the other seasons as well, where you get a lot of inclusive LGBTQI plus themes and all of these things. There seems to be more space to move around, which I liked. Like there were kissing scenes, there were LGBTQI plus scenes and all of these things that felt a bit more real and timely compared to what we got before in High School Musical 1, 2, and 3. I love how relatable and you journey with them in such a way that you would connect with them. There's a nice connection that you get out of them, and the rapport, especially for this season, was actually pretty good. The reveals and all of the things that they had to go through. I love, of course, Gina and Ricky's relationship at the center of it all. I mean, that was really fun to see. It was a bit complicated in a not so well executed way. Like the whole other party coming in and it being a Hollywood treatment to it, it wasn't all that great for me. It was a bit over the top. It was pushing it, medyo corny. Just zero in on Gina and Ricky itself. You're gonna love these characters and the rest of the gang as well. This feels very authentic. Gonna have this dance scene was just, I loved it. I loved how really there's this, even in their eye contact and the things that they would say and do, you feel it. You feel the love, the care, and even the tension that arises in the scenarios that they go through. And for some reason, each episode was somewhat engaging. I mean, you'd want to see the next, you want to see what comes out. Second thing I want to say or mention is the fact that this show felt like it had a need or pressure to connect heavily to the original franchise. I actually didn't love the cameos that were placed in this show, especially in this season. Like season 3, we saw Cordon Bleu and some of the other cast members as well. I felt like it was forced. It felt like it was unnecessary to the story. One thing though that I just felt coming into this was like, there's still that, yes, it feels a bit more mature, a bit more advanced and current, but there's also moments that feels like a Disney Channel show. There's moments that I felt that from it, that like low quality of acting and production, but nonetheless it was still pretty nice to see. The mockumentary thing does get a bit tiring. I mean, I think it made sense the most in season 3 because they were actually doing a documentary, but here it doesn't really sing with what the direction of the show is, and at times you forget that style. So yeah, basically that's it for this review. I would give High School Musical the musical, the series, season 4, a score of 7 out of 10. I love the chemistry of the main cast, especially again Gina and Ricky. I just felt like there were some things in the story that still wasn't all out there. In a way to end things, but seeing it as well, I kind of don't want it to end. I kind of want to see more. You want to see what happens when they're out of college or when they're in college, and that's something I kind of want from the show. That's it for this video. Don't forget to make every day into an adventure. That's it for me. Once again, my name is Avram. God bless and peace.